We welcome you to the nation's capital where SFL action is set to go tonight. A calm 55 degrees outside here in D.C., and Canton and the D.C. Dragons are set to meet for the first time in franchise history. A heavyweight defensive battle awaits us here. I'm Andy Hamilton. Joining me in the booth, Jacob Clear. Jacob, two top five defenses set to go to work.
Absolutely, Andy. Good to be back with you alongside Ron Haynes and Top Kiefer in the stats room for us tonight. And yeah, two teams that need this win tonight for completely different reasons. Both Canton now have locked up a playoff spot with the North in tow, and also DC need this win for their playoff hopes to be kept in check. Both of these teams are yet to beat a team at 500 or above, and tonight Canton have an opportunity to potentially add another one to that. They'll be looking to enter the playoffs with 4 straight wins off the bye next week.
Classics also have one of the league's best backs, Robert Johnson. We'll see plenty of him tonight. He leads the league in carries, yards, and touchdowns. And I'm sure that the Dragons are prepared for a healthy dose of Robert Johnson. On the Dragons side, Shabazz Synergy still leads the way here. And they have Lauren Percoco, 8th best in receptions in the league, 59 under her name. We'll see what they have for Canton tonight. DC wearing blue will start by kicking off. Canton wearing white will receive the opening kickoff. And Scar Patterson in this offense will start with the ball. We are underway. And the return will just take a knee. And that is where they'll start out at the 20. Jacob Scar Patterson will set the way for the Classics.
Yeah, the nature of this offense has meant that the free agent import this offseason hasn't had to do a whole lot. He is dead last out of all SFL starters in both completions and yardage, but that's simply just how good Robert Johnson has been.
They will start with a motion play. They're going to bring Al Dillapre Sr. to the top of the formation from the bottom. I spread is the look against nickel here out of DC. First play from scrimmage, handoff, Johnson running left. Johnson will power forward and is able to get 9 on the opening carry.
And it was Xavier Rowe who picked up Al Dillapre Sr. and had to come across and make the play on Johnson to prevent the first down. That's a good start for the league's top back.
Ray Donaldson, the head coach here of Canton, has got his team at 7-4, best record in franchise history, and they are going to try to make it 8-4. Like you said, Jacob, before that bye week. Give Johnson again. The bell cow gets caught up though, and he's going to lose 2 yards on that one. Couldn't find his way through the traffic.
And the DC defense leans so heavily on these linebackers. Saeed Gore coming off that edge is so important for their success as a defense today. They love to try and push Robert Johnson on power runs to the outside. That's an early example.
3rd and 3. They'll go power again. Give Johnson up the middle. Johnson just enough yardage there before Saeed Gore puts him down.
Yeah, there you go. Very early yardage and 4 straight carries for Robert Johnson to net the first down. Early dosage, that's what we expected.
And I'm sure that's what DC expected too. In the week off, their defensive coordinator Shirley has seen a lot of number 33. This time they'll give out of the backfield. I think that is Rivera there. Rivera also really good in yards per carry, Jacob.
Well, he tops the league quietly, so this rushing offense has been very good just in his efficiency along with Johnson's workload.
4-4 look here out of DC against this really heavy formation from Canton. Nothing but runs so far. They'll give it to him again. Johnson right up the gut. Johnson gets the first down.
Well, that's it, and you've seen this power I formation several times already because they love that strong power run to the outside. Just get the ball to Robert Johnson, make him plow through DC defenders. Thus far, it's worked the charm.
Haven't seen Patterson drop to throw. They will shift some coverage here. Dillapre Sr. to the top of the formation. Safety will trail him to the top against the nickel, and another give. Johnson off this left side. Johnson shakes. Johnson into the open field, and finally led out of bounds there on the outside by Vasquez.
Yeah, the veteran Josh Vasquez, former Denver Nightwing, saving the day. They're able to push him out of bounds, but he's gotten a lot of room early. DC, their pressure is getting into the area, but unable to actually make any contact of merit to bring down Johnson. This is what we've seen all season. He's just absolutely the best rusher in terms of being able to break open tackles.
Split pro formation here for Canton. 4-3 look here out of DC. Receiver's going to move from bottom of the screen to the top. DC in man coverage will chase him across. And another carry for Johnson. Johnson picks up 2. Gore with the tackle. So 7 plays, 7 runs, Jacob.
And this is this smash mouth offensive mentality that Chris Porter has adopted this season, having switched over. He was formerly the defensive coordinator for this team, now on offense, and that switch has been really positive for them.
I spread. Another carry for Johnson. Johnson going to get a couple more. 3rd and 6 upcoming.
That's better. You see the safeties for DC now starting to try and get involved early when Johnson gets the ball. That's 2 straight carries for 2 yards. That's better from DC defensively.
I spread look again. Done nothing but run out of this formation. Now they'll throw for the first time tonight. Patterson across the middle. Caught! Dillapre Sr. First down yardage down to the 19.
Well, they almost had him. It looked like Jason Bourne had a clear runway to get to Patterson, but he let go of it right on time, and a beautifully timed throw over the back to Dillapre Sr., who beat the one-on-one coverage and just had enough separation. That's not what you want there defensively in terms of the coverage, and also just a near miss for Patterson there with the defender right in his face.
Yeah, Bullock got pushed to the outside of the coverage, or outside shoulder of the receiver he was trying to cover. Didn't quite work out. 4-3 look here again. Give left side. Johnson, another carry, and Johnson that time stuffed down. Not going to go very far. Chris Britton the third on the tackle there.
Yeah, these outside linebackers, both Gore and Britton, so important because they're going to try and use Johnson on the outside a ton. He's a guy that they'll send up the middle occasionally, but just so good on those outside power runs.
Run, left side, Johnson. Feel like a broken record here so far, Jacob. It's been all Johnson except for that one throw.
Yeah, right on cue, and it's the same run. So DC knows what's coming. Thus far, the pressure that they're putting in that area hasn't been able to hit home.
They've used this formation a lot too. This will be a run down to the right side most likely. No, the throw. Look at this. Patterson flips out. That is incomplete. Wow. That is just a miss by Patterson.
A big miss because he was wide open, and credit Max Van Lynch for getting an outside block there to give Patterson enough time to dish that out. But that's a disappointing result. So much momentum and a few runs from Johnson that got blown up, and then a screen that was overthrown to end the drive.
Canton will have to settle for 3. Kick is up and good, and the drive, 13 plays, 66 yards. 10 of those plays were runs, and only 2 passes. The pass there at the end kind of killed the drive there, Jacob.
And an uncharacteristic error from Scar Patterson, but he is generally a quarterback that likes to air it out downfield. We saw that early with the connection to Dillapre Sr., but that screen, he's going to have to put that one back in the back pocket.
So that long drive from Canton on the opening kick will send it, and now DC will get their chance with the football. They'll start at the 20. A deep kick from Ems there pushes the Dragons all the way back on the return.
And you mentioned Robert Johnson's the league's best rusher. Well, Kevin Say is outside the top 15, so you feel as if this DC offense is going to rely on a Kevin Say breakout that just feels incredibly imminent right now.
First down, 10 yards to go. Give, Say, right side, plenty of room. Say finally brought down, picks up 7. Aerial coverage of tonight's game was provided by Dag's Droneworks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. Learn more at dagsdroneworks.com. Speaking of aerial coverage, we'll see if Shabazz Synergy will air it out a little bit more than Patterson did on that opening drive. Although on 2nd and 3, can probably run it right up the gut. They do, and they will pick up the first down. That was Cooper Allen. Or no, Stellar.
There you go, Chuck Stellar, former fullback turn running back this season in that fullback spot. So they've got plenty of diversity in this backfield that they can lean on.
Options. That is certainly the word for the Dragons at backfield. Say, Stellar, and Cooper Allen are all 3 backs in that stable. Flip out, left side, that's Say. Say gonna get out into open space across the 50. In a foot race with the linebacker, 40, spins! Oh, embarrasses him! And he will go the distance. See you later! Touchdown, DC!
Well, there we go. Start of the drive, I said the Kevin Say breakout feels imminent. The first run nearly broke off. This one did. Check this outside block by Laura Prococo. Just kept it set on the outside. It was Ronnie Shanahan, actually, the wide receiver, who kept his man on, and that spin move was disgusting from Kevin Say. What a play from Say, and that is going to set this game alight. All of a sudden, a player who has struggled in certain points to really bounce back to the form we've seen in recent seasons. That's a play that we've come to expect from Kevin Say.
69 yards for the nice score down the field, and that will set them up for the extra point. Up a good 7-3, just took 3 plays to strike.
I have to check myself. That was Mike Churchill, the second receiver on his DC depth chart, who essentially made that play with that open field block. Shabazz hasn't aired it out a whole lot this season. It's really been Lauren Prococo who's been the receiving specialist, but that's a huge, huge play to start the game for DC.
And it puts Canton back on their back heels. I tell you what, Jacob, when you are a running team, you want the lead.
Oh, for sure, and especially at home as well against this team that is going to drain away a lot of clock with the way that they play. We saw that early. That drive that Canton had nearly lasted 5 minutes, and we're going to expect more of that here on this second possession.
1st and 10. I spread here for Canton. Their second drive on offense. They're going to throw. Plenty of time for Patterson. Off the hands of the receiver. Incomplete. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click the Join the Community button on our website and begin your career, or just meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. Down by 4. Patterson to throw for the second time on this drive. That is a connection. Jack Wall down the sideline. Oh, Wall almost broke it off. What a catch and run.
How about the touch on that pass from Scar Patterson to just get it over the top of Peanut Say, who seemed to be right there for the deflection. Instead, it finds the chest to Jack Wall, who's able to pick up a first. Almost broke it off. That's much better from Scar Patterson after what was a pretty errant second throw of the game we talked about that ended that last drive. He's so good looking downfield.
4-4 look out of DC. Patterson trying to take advantage, flips it outside. Johnson with a catch and steps out of bounds after picking up 5.
Tell you what, Andy, left guard Max Van Lynch has had a cracking start this game through another defensive tackle in Kano Fulton off his angle there, and gave Johnson a ton of time to get to that left edge.
4 offensive linemen for Canton, the 2 tackles and the guards, Van Lynch, LePancake, Adam Chance, and Girth Lord. Give right side Johnson with blocking. Will pick up a couple. 3rd and 1 upcoming. Big play for both teams.
Absolutely, and Johnson normally so good in these short yardage situations, but DC have shown that they're able to get to him early. One of these outside linebackers, likely going to be Gore, needs to come up and make a play here.
Rivera in the backfield along with Johnson. So is Kane Hunter. Give Johnson easy as it does. First down for Canton. Walked it right across the line.
Yeah, the guy's a power back, but you just can see how fast he is off the mark, and that's what is so dangerous about him. Not only can he put on moves when he gets downfield, but he's just so hard to read off the line of scrimmage.
New set of downs here. Patterson has thrown it 5 times tonight, 3 of which have come on this drive. They're going to give it, though. Johnson off this right side with a little bit of block. Spins. What a move. Johnson picks up 9.
He got rid of Josh Vasquez there again. Second time he's put a nice move on this veteran strong safety and was eventually cleaned up by Bullock. That was a good save.
Single yard awaiting. This is a playmaker's dream to throw it deep because you think you can come back on 3rd down and pick up that yard if you need it. We'll see if Canton takes a shot or if they just give it off this left side. They just hand it off, and it's 1st down yardage for Toriano Rivera. His average 7 yards a carry. It's his 2nd run of the night.
And he's likely met that. The first carry he had netted 5. That would have been quite similar, 5 or 6 for a first. You can see how they use him in those single back sets. It's so effective.
Split spread look here against the nickel. Minute 46 to go in the first. They run it right up the gut. Johnson burrows. Johnson, oh man, still on his feet. Able to only grab 2 yards, though, before it's cleaned up there on the outside by Vasquez.
Well, John DeSantis, the league's interception leader there, did enough to hold it up just so Vasquez could cross the field and finish it off. It was a nice effort by the free safety.
Now they go heavy on 2nd and 8. 4-3 look here out of DC. They're going to pass. Patterson goes down the field, tipped up and incomplete. Vasquez broke on that one and got a hand to it. That is the same play on the play action there that he threw that incompletion on the first drive.
Yeah, and Peanut Say had a shot at it. That first pass of the drive went to Wall, went his direction, almost got the tip. That time he almost got the pick, so Peanut Say involved early.
3rd and 8, they'll go empty. DC playing the sticks here. They got 3 guys on that yellow marker. Patterson wants the deep ball, throws, and it's incomplete. He was trying to connect there with Twin Screw, and it's no good.
Yeah, that block off the left from Adam Chance was miraculous to push another lineman off his balance. Scar Patterson's offensive line has done a tremendous job so far. And here we go. Robert Ems with this field goal make is a chance of surpassing Kramer Jackman to become the 6th all-time in field goals made.
Snap down, kick up, and on the way, and he got it. 6-7 Canton, and a huge mark there for Ems as he advances in the SFL history books.
And over a quarter century in field goals made as well, I should say, and he's a veteran. We went through the Chicago system and then into Los Angeles before finding his way into Canton since their introduction into the league. Such a quality kicker.
And he brings Canton within a single point. The defense giving up the touchdown on the last time DC was out on offense, and this kick is away, and DC will take a knee. For all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future. Speaking of past and present, you can check out Rob M's stats on the site if you'd like. 1st and 10. DC just took 3 plays to score on the last drive. 2 runs by Say and a run by Stellar, and this is a run by Say again, although he's going to lose 2 yards. Nice play there by LL Volt coming through to make the tackle.
A great tackle, and we talk about the offensive philosophies for both of these teams. So far, Canton's time of possession is evened out to nearly 8 minutes, whereas DC only took 1, so that ratio probably needs to balance out a bit for DC.
Canton has run 24 plays. This is just DC's 5th, and it's a completion to Percoco for a 1st down. And look at that, 24 plays for 6 points or 5 plays for 7 points, Jacob. One team a little bit more efficient.
Yeah, there she is. Has had at least 5 games this season with over 100 receiving yards and has been the hot hand for this passing offense across the course of this season. But It was actually Josh Gill last week who eclipsed 140 on the afternoon. He hasn't been targeted yet, but he's someone to look out for as DC starts to settle into this game.
Nickel look here out of Canton. DC 5-5 this season. We'll give it to Say right up the gut. Say shakes, bakes, picks up 6. Jacob, we talked about this before the game. DC really could use a win here. It would help them quite a bit. Canton, on the other hand, looking just to kind of roll into their bye week with a victory and kind of keep the good times rolling into the playoffs. They've already secured their spot. DC still fighting in that wild card battle. A win over Canton certainly would help. A loss does not necessarily put them out, but it does make it a little bit more difficult. End of the first, we move into the second quarter, and DC still moving here on offense. They'll go I-Jokers against a 4-4 look here out of Canton. Give, left side, Say is going to shake one. Say sticks with his blocks and picks up the first down.
Yeah, Cooper Allen kept his line there as the lead blocker and it got the play made. James Walters as well off that right edge. That's what they brought him in for, along with his coaching responsibilities on the team.
Synergy gonna throw across the middle. That one's caught. First down yardage, Josh Gill. First grab of the night for him.
We go, it was only a matter of time, and Shabazz is starting to warm up to throw into him. The other two receivers on this depth chart outside of Gill and Churchill, Shanahan and the backup as well, I believe, the rookie Harrison, have been unsighted for most of this season. But it's been these two outside guys, particularly Gill, over the last few weeks have really started to kick off.
First and 10, new set of downs. Give, Say, right side with a block. Say, shakes off one, turns the corner. First down and a little bit more before Brackett can bring him down. But moving the chains again, and you hear the Dragon roar here.
There's another superb outside block by Mike Churchill, who got to the outside and kept his set, and Say was able to pick up a first. There you go. 16.2 average on the ground. Obviously that's a little bloated off the touchdown play, but it's reflective. He's been excellent so far.
DC now moving into field goal range. Got to protect the football in areas like this. They are going to pull a receiver off the line and move the tight end across the formation, leaving Percoco down there on the bottom alone. Flip out, Say, off this right side, chase from behind and brought down after picking up a couple.
Yeah, I suppose if it's not broke, don't fix it. Second time they've tossed it to him out of an ace look. The first one netted a little bit more yardage, but there you go, already eclipsed 100 receiving yards on the night.
Split backs. One receiver to the top. 4-4 look here out of Canton. Flip. Left side. Oh, plenty of room. What a block. Stellar into the open field. 10-5. Stellar shoved down at the 4 by Gronick.
Yeah, what a save, but another tremendous block. This DC offense is in full swing at the moment, and it's probably the best their run game has looked in quite some time, given the opponent that they're facing right now. That's another great run to the outside, and Chuck Stellar, the secondary tailback on this roster, gets some love in the backfield and sets them up with goal to go.
5 touchdowns to his name this season. Couldn't find the end zone there, and but it'll still set him up first and goal here. Split backs in the backfield. Say to the top of the split. They are going to flip it here to the bottom. That is Rivera, and he will only get a couple. Excuse me, that's Cooper Allen. Sorry.
A great tackle, like Kevin Brackett off that left outside linebacker position, got in and made the stop. Canton front 7 is so strong. It's why this defense has been so stout across the course of this season.
Split backs again. They've flipped it to that fullback. They'll do it again. Oh, shut down on the outside. Stellar and Brackett combine one more time.
There you go. Great read by the former Florida Storm and Charleston Predator outside linebacker And that sets up Shabazz here. He's going to have to take an end zone shot through his hands.
5 wide from the 6. Dime look here, showing blitz. Canton brings another blitzer, and this throw is incomplete. Rockefeller, the former DC Dragon, read it the whole way.
And Kanye, a veteran of this league, has had so many picks in his career. That's one that's going to get away from him. It allows DC to net a safe 3 points instead of turning the ball over there.
Yeah, Rockefeller, 74 career interceptions, 8th best in the SFL. It's chasing Wyo, who has 76. Kick up and good, 10-6. DC on top here at home, out in front of Canton.
Yeah, but another good drive, crucially, Andy. It doesn't matter how you do it. The fact that they're putting points on the board early is good signs. And Canton so far, 2 drives, 2 scoring drives, but unable to find the end zone. That's been the difference.
Kick is away, and Canton will bring the offense back out. Speaking of the Classics offense, head coach Ray Donaldson, Super Bowl 30 champion, 6-time NFL Pro Bowl selection, University of Georgia Hall of Famer, now has merchandise and memorabilia for sale. Ray is a 17-year NFL veteran with Indianapolis, Seattle, and Dallas, as well as the league's first African-American to start at center. Own a piece of history today at millions.co/Ray Donaldson Football or alumniautographs.com/Ray Donaldson. Donaldson leading the way there for Johnson, who picks up 7.
Yeah, what an inclusion for this Canton team, and has been one of many reasons why they've been able to flip their record this season, along with the change in coordinators with Chris Porter becoming the new OC, and they also brought in Kanye Rockefeller to lead the defense forward. It's been a huge change.
That time, nothing happening there for the run. Chris Brenton came in, shut that one down, and now they'll face 3rd down.
There you go. Again, Britton involved getting to Johnson early. Anytime they've been able to get proper contact on him around the line of scrimmage, he's been able to be stuffed. And they've done a good job on him so far.
I spread look, 3rd down, 4 yards to gain. Patterson changing the play at the line. Patterson going to run it with Johnson. Johnson's got the 1st down. Britton brings him down, but not before he moves the chains.
And keep it going with Robert Johnson. It wasn't quite what they expected on the opening 2 plays of the drive, but they keep it going on the ground, and this time they catch DC's defense off guard. He gets too much room to grow into, and it's the 1st down.
Split backs, 1st down, 5:30 to go here in the 2nd. Quick moving game so far. Both teams trying to still find a rhythm. This one flipped out. Oh, shut down in the backfield. Nice pursuit there on DC. Daryl Bullock read that one the whole way.
And he's had some good moments so far. Daryl Bullock, the slot corner, again coming through, and that time gets to the ever-efficient Rivera.
2nd and long. Canton trying to get some of it back. Flip down below. That's a great throw. Great throw underneath there. Ryan Owens will get all the way down to make it 3rd and 1, but really good job by Patterson not forcing it on 2nd and long. Just found what was open and makes it much more manageable on 3rd and a yard, given the league's best back, Robert Johnson, short yardage. Give 17th run for Johnson. He got there, 1st down.
And Canton, this offensive line has been unreal so far. What a performance across the entire line of just being creating room for Robert Johnson to run into. But again, with that pass from Scar Patterson, giving him enough time to read the play as it developed.
Looking to throw. Patterson, 10th throw of the night. If he gets it off, shakes one, does get it off, and it's complete. Across the middle, Dillapre Sr. hangs on. And there's an injury. Bullock is down.
Wow. Well, we've just talked about how important and impactful he's been for this DC defense thus far, but I almost jinxed Scar Patterson there. Unfortunately, one of his tackles missed a block, and Fortson almost got through instead, but Patterson just showed his poise, was able to shake the tackle and deliver, and keeps the play going.
What a move by Patterson. And Dillapre Sr. hangs on. 2nd and 6. DC 4 down lineman. Looks like a 4-4 here. Maybe some man on the outside. They will run it. Johnson up the gut. Johnson will get wrestled down. It'll be 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, and they knew that that was going to be the call at DC defensively, but he's just so good at chunk yardage, Robert Johnson, that it doesn't matter most of the time if you put pressure into the box, he's going to make a play.
This is a situation they've seen before, but love to be in. 3rd and a yard here. Patterson gives Johnson. Oh, Johnson! Buried on the outside. What a play there. That is Xavier Rue III.
It's the second time we called his name for an important tackle on Robert Johnson, and just when we thought he was getting some momentum going forward, DC again gets a crucial stop. This time, they're outside of field goal range.
They will have to punt. And they get it off. DC trying to set up a little bit for the return. This one will be fielded at the 9. Returned out to the outside. Spins and picks up 9 more is Harrison. So it'll be 1st and 10 there at the DC 18-yard line.
And if you're DC, you're just going to keep it rolling. Kevin Say thus far has been excellent. That breakout game that he's been so desperate to have certainly seems like it's in progress right now. Canton's elite defensive front aren't able to contain the veteran back.
99 yards on 7 carries, says Ron Haynes, top keeper in our stats truck. The 1 score on that 69-yard run. Pressure coming. Synergy. Unload. Say. Stiff arm. Say. Down the sideline. Moves the chains right in front of the Canton bench.
Unbelievable. And worth noting, that big touchdown run was his 75th career run. That ties him with Robert Merrill for 22nd all time. And he's also in the range. He also took over from Zach Parker to enter the top 25 in all-time carries tonight. So a night of history for Kevin Saban, and also a night of great importance leading into the final week of the season. He's just been on another level so far tonight.
They're going to need him to keep that up. 8 touches for him, 4 throws for Synergy. 7 of those 8 are carries for Say. Empty backfield now, though, moving 1 across the formation. Canton doesn't blink. Rolling out. Synergy throws across his body. Oh, go up and get it, young fella. What a catch by Churchill.
He can do it all, Mike Churchill, setting blocks on the outside for his rusher and then getting a one-on-one contested catch off a great throw from Synergy, threw it across his body off the rollout. And there you go. Looked like both of them had a chance at the football. Churchill comes up best.
It's one where your coach is yelling, no, 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 yes, yes. A little bit of back and forth. You don't want him to throw it across the field, but if he's going to climb up and grab it, why not, right? Say gets this carry off the left side. He'll pick up 5.
He got minced at the end of that play. Looked like it may have been Kevin Bracco who just came straight through and cleaned him up and said, not today. And another good run. 2-minute warning.
Quick moving first half. 2 to play here before the halftime break. DC on top of Canton and driving. Jacob Clear in the booth, along with myself, Andy Hamilton, joining you live from the nation's capital. DC Dragons trying to improve to 6-5 and help their playoff hopes. Canton trying to pad the stats before their break. They're already in the playoffs. This run off that left side is good for a couple. Chuck Steller and Kanye Rockefeller meet. 3rd and 3.
Good contact by Kanye, and that was necessary because he was the only one in the area. If Stella got to the outside of him there, that could have easily have been a 10-15 yard game plus, but instead 3rd and 3.
They are going to throw. Synergy stands in the pocket, has time, throws, completes. Lauren Percoco across the 30 down to the 28-yard line. First down.
And this is the thing, she picks her moments, but it's who Synergy looks for in these pressure situations. Anytime he drops back on a third and medium, third and long, where is Lauren Percoco downfield? She just has this ability to get wide open on plays like that. Canton need to lock her up as best possible. Just such a threat moving downfield vertically.
Second grab of the night for her, 29 yards. Sets up a new set of downs. Looking to throw. Synergy fires across the middle for Percoco again. That one tipped away. Nice hand there by Mark Vronick.
That's how you respond to a play, by getting all your linebackers surrounding the key receiver. And Laura Percoco, it looked like Brackett was in the area as well. And a good response from Kanye Rockefeller and the DC defense. Canton, sorry.
Tight ends are so hard to guard with a linebacker. Do you drop a safety down? Do you use a cornerback? What is the best way? Even the NFL has trouble with that question these days. 1:04 to go here in the second. Synergy to throw again. Drops, throws, complete. Right across the middle, as easy as it looks there to Mike Churchill. And a timeout coming.
You go on, and again, Shabazz is very resistant to spreading the ball much, but he doesn't have to. His outside receivers, along with Percoco, get the job done for him. 6 from 8, he's eclipsed 100 yards, so it's been a very balanced approach for DC in this first half.
125 on the ground, 100 through the air. Looking to throw again. Synergy fires across the middle. A little too long there for Josh Gill.
It was right there, wasn't it? Almost in the right spot for Gill to reel it in, but falls away. And I suspect Synergy's going to have another go here. It'll depend on the formation choice as whether or not he has a crack at the end zone. Yeah, empty backfield.
Empty back. Synergy going to fire deep across the middle. That is collected and hauled in. Lauren Percoco climbs the ladder, has her 8th touchdown of the season. That leads the league.
And you can see why she leads the league, especially like those short end zone situations where you've just got to get 10 for the score. She's just too open, and even though the defender got there in the end, she had a clean play at the ball, and it's such a play that you cannot allow for that to happen. And a huge play for DC there with just under a minute left on his first half clock. They've got their second touchdown score.
And they get the ball to start the second half, so trying to double up here at home, that would be huge if they can hold Canton out of the end zone here with 51 ticks of the clock left. 17-6. DC has looked stronger tonight so far here in the first half.
And they picked apart what we believe to be one of, if not the best defenses in the league tonight. DC have just shown up with the right approach in this first half.
Canton only allowing 19.8 points per game. Return here coming out. That'll bring them to the 27. If you're liking the game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. No one else gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. You can make a player. You can join the SFL as a fan or take the field and strap up the helmet yourself.
And how could you not like this? You've got your 1950s style smash mouth offense in Canton and DC spreading it around.
DC a more balanced approach. We'll see what Canton decides to do here with their 47 seconds. Ball on their 27. Can they go down and get 3 or more? Johnson, this right side, Johnson stretches and picks up 8.
Oh my goodness, the athleticism of Robert Johnson. He is, he's never been this good before. I mean, he's an individual that's been around for a while. He was another one that went through that Chicago and LA system and came here for Canton and hasn't quite gotten it going in the early seasons, but this season has just been a revelation.
He's carried the ball 382 times coming into tonight's game, added 20 on top of that, so over 400 carries for Robert Johnson this season. Jeez. Patterson.
Another one.
Offline. That play is not working for Scar Patterson.
It's identical to the one he threw on the opening drive that ended it, and that's one that I think Canton's offensive coordinator, Chris Porter, might need to shelve next week.
Yeah, go ahead and burn that one. 3rd and 2, they look like they might just try and pick up those 2 yards and go from there. Don't want to leave DC too much time if you don't get it, although Patterson looking to throw, fires across the middle on the slant, caught. Dillapre Sr. with blockers in front now. Oh, and he's got the 50-yard line before getting smacked. Timeout, Canton.
Yeah, they didn't look like they were going to run that, and sure enough, they come out and throw a dime, and unfortunately the blocker that was set there for Dillapre probably cost him a bit of extra yardage trying to get forward. It allowed the DC defense to recover.
High spread look. Nickel look here out of DC. Gonna bring a late blitz. Synergy reads it, throws a dot!
Lovely.
Jack Wall down the sideline! Oh, Jack Wall to the end zone! What a route from number 81!
Well, it's been a tough season for Jack Wall, but he's just gone and silenced the home crowd when it looked like DC had the advantage. Roy Donaldson makes the call, and there were 3 defenders around Jack Wall. It doesn't matter. He shed them all to go about 35 extra yards to the house, and just a well-placed pass from Shabazz Synergy, and there we go. Game on in DC.
A 50-yard touchdown pass, just the 2nd of the season for Jack Wall, and get this, Scar Patterson now has only thrown 9 touchdowns. It's been the 22 of Johnson that has led the way, but Wall gets behind the defense there and puts Canton back within striking distance. Extra point up and good, and Canton takes just 4 plays to find the end zone.
And Jack Wall sometimes struggles to mark his authority in games. He sometimes goes completely unsighted in games, but he's absolutely marked his involvement in the opening half.
21st catch of the season for Jack Wall. Had 270 yards before that play, adds 50 to it on that one, and puts Canton back within 4 of the Dragons.
There we go. We'll see if Shabazz gets aggressive with this home crowd behind him. I would believe that DC will receive the opening second half kickoff, so they're probably not too stressed to go aggressive here, especially given they still got a 4-point lead.
Yeah, 19 seconds, maybe give Say a carry or 2. He's had some breakaways tonight. You never could discount maybe him getting one loose.
Certainly looks like that's the play call here.
Every once in a while I have a smart call, Jacob. Flip outside, Say shakes, bakes, only gets a loss of 2, and both teams look content to take this one to the half.
Yeah, that toss play has been pretty boom or bust so far for Shabazz Synergy on the sideline there as the offensive coordinator for DC. And there we go. First half in the books, Andy.
DC out in front, but right before the break, Canton strikes, cuts the lead down to 4. It was an exciting first half. We had a lot of rushing the football, Jacob, but there at the end, it got a little dicey in the pass game, and both teams are able to put a touchdown on the board through the air.
Great first half. It's met expectations and perhaps exceeded them. Both offenses playing good football thus far. We have gotten the heavy dosage of Robert Johnson so far. There you go, Jack Wall, 2 catches for 69 yards, including that 50-yard TD catch. He'll be very happy with that opening half performance. But DC's offensive balance has really been the story. Kevin Say broke one off, but when called upon, Shabazz Synergy's been making good pass selection. And I'd imagine that one of these tailbacks will be a halftime player at Say.
And well-deserved, 9 carries, 102 yards, and a score, as well as 14 yards via the air. That 69-yard run that opened the game up on the 3rd play from scrimmage for the DC offense and put the Dragons out in front. They have not looked back. albeit Canton has stuck with them. We are set for the second half. DC will receive the opening kickoff here at home for the second half of play. They deferred in the first. Andy Hamilton along with Jacob Clear, Ron Haynes, and Top Kiefer in the stats truck. And we are underway again from the nation's capital here in Washington, D.C. Return out to the 26-yard line. We'll start with Cameron Irvine in a game break. Cam, take it away.
Thanks, Andy. Seattle in Mexico City tonight, where they're wearing Santa Fe Gorilla throwbacks. And look at the throwback to Ray Bentley, 80 yards for the score. The Aztec defense playing too. They're up on the 8-2 Seattle Nemesis, 10-6 in the second quarter. Back to you in D.C.
Thanks, Cam. Wow, the throwbacks versus the all-pink. I tell you what, Jacob, no disrespect to either of these uniforms these teams are wearing tonight, but we did not get the best uniform matchup of the evening. Give up the gut, and they'll start with a 3-yard run.
Absolutely. I love the effort from the Aztec staff getting that together for the second or penultimate game of their season. But both games currently an upset watch, particularly that other block. But DC walked into this game as the second favourite. And at the moment, they've got the lead with possession.
And a win for DC again would help their playoff cause as they fight for this wild card spots that are so tough to grab this season. Say, first down run over to the DC sideline, and Lauren Percoco first on the scene to congratulate him for that carry.
Yeah, Say's been very good on the outside, and Canton's outside defense has looked very vulnerable early. He's threatening to break off another one at the moment. That one, he just ran out of room, but I tell you, that's going to be a point of concern for Kanye Rockefeller, trying to get some of his defenders on the outside, trying to isolate Kevin Say.
4-3 look here out of Canton. They give right up the gut. That's Stellar, I believe, and he has 4 more yards to add to his total. They've been running him out of the fullback position a lot tonight, Jacob.
Well, it's the identity. If you're going to test the middle of Canton's defense, you're going to send your power rusher, and you're going to push your more elusive back into the space on the outside that Canton so far have provided. Again, they've got some room on that right-hand side.
Flip out, Stellar, left side. And Evan Lacey gets a shoulder on him. 3rd and 3. Stellar a little slow to his feet, but does rise.
Again, that toss play has worked, and it doesn't matter what formation they're pulling it out in. They love trying to get that early momentum to the back. And here we go, 3rd and 3, expecting another run.
Cornerbacks move in a little bit. A little bit of a shift there from Stellar from right to left. Just need to get 3 yards. Synergy, though, to throw. Will look deep down the field, and it's in and out of the hands of Lauren Percoco. She met with Kanye Rockefeller there deep down the field. Very interesting choice from Synergy. He thought he had her.
And you expect her to reel those in, just given her form this season. But Kanye coming up with the hit from the back of the defense saves the day. The veteran and leader of this defense makes the play, and Canton's going to get possession.
He's played many a game here in D.C., many a practice against Lauren Percoco, and he gets the ball back for their offensive unit. Canton will bring out the offense after that. Gibson should have probably called for a fair catch, but ended up just taking a hit there that was probably unnecessary.
Yeah, and we'll see if Canton varies much from their offensive approach in the first half. 20 carries for Robert Johnson, and Scar Patterson hasn't thrown it too much. When he has, it's been good.
61% tonight, 1 score. Is able to find Jack Wall in that 50-yarder right before the half. Johnson caught up behind the line. Nice job there by the defensive end to stand up the tackle. Couldn't get open, and Britton cleans it up.
That was the story of the first half. DC have been able to get enough runs from Johnson that they've been able to capitalize on at the line of scrimmage. That one loses one, but he's had a few that have been tough to get tonight.
Split spread look, 2 backs in the backfield. Patterson, excuse me, going to throw. Patterson, almost fitted into the window. The coverage was super tight over there by Rowe, and it almost still found its way into the hands of Dillapre.
Almost, but again, Xavier Roux inside. And speaking of DC's corners, I wonder if I'll get an update on Darryl Bullock at some point, keeping an eye out to see if he returns into the game, but we might get a check on that at the end of the quarter.
Might be him up at the top of the screen. We'll see. Synergy throws into coverage and completes. Oh, Ryan Owens comes up with the collection, his second grab of the day, and he says, look, I got it.
How did he catch that with 2 defenders right in the area, make it 3, who all had a chance to play at the ball, but the one Canton receiver comes up trumps. What a play by Ryan Owens.
And that continues and extends this Canton drive. High spread look. They've run. They've thrown out of this. They're going to run it. Johnson up the middle. Johnson stood up and dropped there. Declan O'Rourke makes the tackle, his 3rd of the game.
There you go. Another one. Declan O'Rourke has been taking a while to check himself into the game. Such an important piece, this DC defense, but it's been Chris Britton that's had the early impact in that area of the field.
Heavy formation here. Johnson, deep back. Johnson redirects, able to pick up a couple. 3rd and 5 upcoming, and that's the tough area, Jacob, where, do you run, do you throw? You have a back who's averaging, plenty of yards per carry, but it's a tough one to run it from 5 yards out.
They go down into the service there, Declan O'Rourke, 6 tackles, but yeah, they have run out of a spread before on 3rd and long. They're going to throw.
Patterson throws a pick! Intercepted and coming back the other way. Taken away by Jadoobie Doo, but there is a flag, and it's pass interference, and they're going to Jadoobie don't. You can't Jadoobie do that. That is called on Roux.
And he didn't need to do it because the pick had come from that blind side, and I don't think Owens really had a chance at the ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
A very avoidable mistake. But call's a call, and Canton survive for now.
Oh, they'll be talking about that one. I don't know if he hit him too much before the ball got into Doo's hands, but either way, 1st and 10, that is the call. And Canton will continue their drive. They are 60% on 3rd down, 7th best in the league coming into tonight. And they convert another one. Johnson there will pick up 6 more.
Gee, and the DC got it wrong there. Put the linebackers up into the box, and he got plenty of room. If not for Josh Vasquez at the back of the defense again, he would have broken that off Robert Johnson.
They're 72% on 3rd down tonight. Facing just 2nd down now. 4 yards to go. Johnson left side with an escort. Johnson tackled short of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and a yard. Again, 72% there. 7th best in the league this season. 60% throughout the year. See the most 3rd down attempts in the league, 145 this season coming into tonight. This is already their 12th 3rd down look. Johnson, got it, 1st down, moves the chains.
Yeah, just when DC look like they've got a grasp on it, they push up an error defensively that just gives Johnson some room to capitalize, and I need to clean that up. They've done it a few times already tonight where they've been able to stop him enough to hold Canton to either a punt or a field goal. But so thus far in this half, they haven't been able to do that.
Now Patterson throws. One-handed collection. Oh, nice grab there by Dillapre Sr. That's the nice hands catch of the game, brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it, SFL 4K23.
And he had to reach for it as well, stuck the arm out and thrusted the hips forward, trying to get everything into it. And he made the play, and that was an impressive catch from Al Dillapre Sr. He's had some good moments this season coming over from Sioux Falls.
Leading receiver tonight in terms of receptions. He's got 4. Give Johnson, right side. Johnson gets inside the 10, an 8-yard pickup.
Vasquez came through looking like he wanted to kill him and just missed him completely.
Well, I'm sure most of the DC defense wants to get their hands on him, Jacob. I'm not sure they're coming with a kind intent for the man who's got 123 yards on him. 2nd and 2, heavy formation again. Give Johnson tackled from behind, but not before he gets the first down.
Again, he runs behind the immovable object that is Max Van Linge at that left guard spot. He's been targeting that all night, and it's been successful.
Look at Johnson's numbers, 4.5 yards a carry, a little bit down from his season average. Goal line look here out of DC. They look like they got 9 in the box. Gonna throw. Patterson floats one-on-one coverage, and Dillapre Sr. hauls it in for the score. 5th catch of the game, and he's got a touchdown. He leads the team in scores this season through the air, and he adds to the total there.
Another impressive catch by Dillapre Sr. That one was at his knees, and he had to just break off the coverage to even get a chance at it. But Canton, all of a sudden on the road, down 17 points to 6. Now they're up. Almost, 14 points unanswered.
Kanye Rockefeller made the stop there on defense on that 3rd down crucial play. Canton drives down the field and scores. Now lead by 3. 12 plays, 82 yards, 4:46 in terms of time of possession. And with 3:21, DC will get the football back. They thought they had got off the field. Jadubi-Doo had an interception, but a flag keeps Canton on the field, and the Dragons can't keep them out of the end zone. Next weekend, the stage is set for the final weekend of the regular season. Saturday, the Central Division winner will be decided with all 4 teams in action at 9 p.m. Eastern. Plus, the most hyped battle of the season, Monday night, when 10-1 Alamo City visits 11-0 Fort Worth. For the full list of games and playoff ramifications, visit Simulationfl.net. DC trying to keep their playoff hopes in a positive spot. Can't be eliminated tonight, but it sure would be easier to try and attack it from 6-5 than it would be from 5-6. Lauren Percoco flips to the top side of the field. DC now finding themselves down by 3, just like they were earlier in the game. Synergy moves in the pocket, throws off his back foot, and completes across the middle, collected by Josh Gill.
That's important because it gets the drive going straight away. The last one teeted it out at the last moment, and they were forced to punt, but that's an impressive throw by Synergy off the back foot. Veteran play by this veteran quarterback.
That was something. 123 yards to his name tonight. One score, 128.1 QBR. First down, 10 yards to go. Gill going to move from bottom of screen to top. Canton doesn't even blink. Look at all that room they're giving him up on the top side of the field. That's screaming for an out route. Synergy, though, throws across the middle, up off the hands, bobbled around and incomplete. Almost everyone on the field had a chance of that one.
Almost a helmet pick for Frank Bernstein coming from that slot spot, but unable to reel that in. But you're right, that probably went into the wrong area of the field. So much space to the right of Synergy, and he tried to find Percoco. And you go aggressive formation here on 2nd and 10.
5 wide, empty backfield. Not going to really run it out of this one, you'd imagine. Gill flips to the top of the formation. Now they have 3 up there against 2 defenders. Canton only rushes 4. Synergy throws and connects. Lauren Percoco on the hitch route picks up 9, makes it 3rd and inches.
There you go. That time finds Lauren Percoco with a bit more space, and means that this 3rd and short is likely going to go through Kevin Say. He hasn't touched the ball yet this drive, so he'll be fresh.
Split jokers, 3rd and inches. 2:11 to go here in the 3rd. Stellar's been getting pitches off this play. They give it to him. Stellar, shut down, not going to get there. Kevin Brackett with the pursuit and stop.
There you go, Andy. They read your mind. That play has been called a number of times, and Kevin Brackett swallows up his third tackle for loss in this game.
And DC begrudgingly will send out the punt unit on 4th and a yard near midfield. Kick is away. No fake here. DC going to try and cover this one. Owens returns up to the 25. Good starting field position for Canton.
Yeah, and here's where this offense is going to be so prolific because they can drain a lot of clock with Robert Johnson, and he just never seems to tire. It's unreal how he's able to just keep persisting and pushing the ball forward. But they've also got secondary options, as we've noted, with Rivera and Rob and Co. And it's now about how much time can you knock off the clock while also scoring.
They've had 2 drives over 4.5 minutes. We'll see what they do here with this one. Johnson off this left side spins, picks up 4.
Yeah, the name escaped me, but it's Kane Hunter, the backup tailback. Look for him to maybe get some touches here to take off some of the workload for Robert Johnson as we dwindle into the 4th quarter.
Johnson has carried it 29 times. Patterson, though, will throw. Dillapre Sr. collected. And that is going to be good for a first down.
Yeah, and they keep pushing forward. Synergy is being... not Synergy, Patterson has been making good passes, but Dillapre Sr. has been the primary target. Another impressive catch in contested coverage for this experienced wideout.
Yeah, Rue there was one-on-one with Dillapre Sr. Didn't have bad coverage either, just couldn't make the play. 4 down linemen, Synergy, Patterson checks it outside. Patterson shake bake. Look at that play there by Toriano Rivera out of the backfield. First down.
There he is again. Been a while since he's checked in, but they need someone to take the ball out of Robert Johnson's hands out of this backfield, and Rivera looks like the one to do it. That's a great carry after the catch.
Rue is playing there in place of the injured Bullock. Trying to do his best he can on those passing plays. Rivera, though, there makes some of those linebackers look a little silly and moves the chains. Eye spread. Rivera will shift off to this right side. They'll give it off to the right side. Johnson through 1. Johnson will get wrestled down there, but not before grabbing 5 yards.
DC's always going to read these power run plays that Canton have been pushing out all night, but his ability to push forward and push the defense back is what's been the difference thus far.
That'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Canton trying to extend this lead. DC trying to hold them off. We'll pause for league rights and be right back here in DC.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
And we will take a look at Daryl Bullock, probable to return, hyperextended shoulder. And we'll get back to the action here in the nation's capital. He's Jacob Clear. I'm Andy Hamilton. Ron Haynes, Top Kiefer in the stats truck for us. 4s in the air around the stadium here in D.C. 3 points split these 2 teams. Heavy formation here. Johnson in the backfield. Patterson under center. They'll shift one down to the line. Watch the throw here. Dillapre Sr., though, lined up as tight end. Give Johnson. Left side. Johnson breaks through 1 and will get wrestled down. Not before picking up a first down. Jacob, a huge drive here for Canton. A touchdown would really extend this lead if DC can just hold them to at max a field goal.
Well, they've done it a couple of times, Andy, but they haven't since probably the 1st quarter where they set out that 17-6 lead. Since then, DC have not scored in 2 quarters of football.
Split spread look, 20-17. Canton on top, trying to take as much time off the clock as possible. Give Johnson, the league's best back, only gets a yard there before being wrestled down. Declan O'Rourke has been active tonight. That's his 5th tackle.
And that's another one. They need more of that run on their run defense. Can you get the pressure there and also make the play? Look out for that run up the middle.
High spread look, nickel look here out of the defense. 2nd and 9. They will shift Dillapre Sr., the safety, sprinting across the field. Jadubi-Doo trying to help him out. Give, bottom of the screen, Johnson gets a couple. 3rd and 8. This probably, Jacob, the play of the game right here upcoming.
I think you're absolutely right. If you and Canton are going to be forced to pass here, they can't run with this far to go. And so Patterson back in this empty back set with 4 wide wall on his left.
Scar Patterson, 20th throw of the night, throws across the middle. Dillapre Sr.'s got it. Moves the chains for Canton and keeps this drive alive.
Well, if they need to convert on 3rd down, Patterson's only had to ask, where's Al? And there he is, looking downfield, just got enough separation away. That's a poor read defensively from DC. And unfortunately, they've given up another 1st down. Dillapre Sr., 7 for 88.
And he was working on a role player there, not one of the stars for DC. Pitch out. Oh, shut down there on the outside. I tell you what, Xavier Rue has been really good in run coverage.
Yeah, and he nearly took that back for 6. And it looked, sometimes you see those toss plays get read early at the line, they get fumbled. And all of a sudden the defense has got to play at the ball with 80 yards of daylight in front, but he cross-diverted.
Patterson, Dillapre Sr. connects again. He's working on Watson there. That, again, a role player. They have 6-star defensive backs, but with the injury, down to 5.
And Patterson has been absolutely brilliant tonight, but half of his yardage has been swallowed up by Al Dillapre Sr. You see there again that one-handed grab. He's got magnets on his hands tonight.
2 in the backfield. Johnson not found the end zone yet tonight. They will give it to him off this right side. Johnson, no, not that time either. Shut down over there by Gore.
It's a good read. This is do or die territory almost for DC. If you concede here, you go back by 2 scores. With little time left on the clock, and again, it's been crucial for Canton. They've taken so much time off the clock.
Over 4 minutes on this drive alone. Give, right side, Johnson. Nope, not that time either. 3rd and goal upcoming. That play made by Cano Fortson.
He did enough to force Robert Johnson, but he almost corralled his way over the line. You can see they're going to spot him at the 1. He was so close.
And do you dare go back to him? He's had 2 chances on goal to go. They've thrown to Dillapre out of this formation too. He's over there working on Peanut Say right now. He'll shift to the top of the formation. Say going to give chase. Oh, down here heavy on the line. Patterson gives right side. Johnson shakes one. Johnson not going to get there. Shut down by DC. John DeSantis shuts the door on the Canton drive.
What a huge play by John DeSantis, who effectively gave up the 1st down completion to Al Dillapre Sr. just a few plays ago. And now all of a sudden, DC are going to get the ball back with a 1-score margin. That's a massive play.
A goal line stand by the DC Dragons holds Canton to a field goal. Field goal up and good. A 14-play, 72-yard drive, but only 3 points coming for the Classics. It's still a 1-score game.
Wow, we're a grandstand finish here, Andy. This is what this matchup deserved.
6 minutes to play here in Washington. Kick is away. They're going to return this one out across the 15, across the 20. out to the 26-yard line, and that is where DC will start the drive. Now available, free to download. You can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23 Retroid, the official console of the SFL. Shabazz Synergy, 9 of 14 tonight, 132 yards, 1 score. To his name, Kevin Say, 10 carries, 110 yards, and 1 score. Synergy, though, will start the drive with a throw. Fires down the middle, tipped up and incomplete. Looking for Percoco, and that was almost dangerous on the first play of this drive.
Oh man, that was very close. And that was almost taken away, and probably should have been, but Mike O'Neill, you're absolutely right. Week 13 has been absolutely brilliant. What a way for the league to wind out the last 2 weeks of the season, and Sunday has been a brilliant night so far of football.
2 receivers split out. Synergy gonna fire again down the middle. Percoco's got that one. First down at the 45-yard line.
Timely return to the game, Lauren Percoco. Welcome back. Another catch, again just running straight at that tight end spot. I mean, Kevin Brackett gave it up and forced one of the safeties to come up and make the play. A bit of a miscommunication there defensively. Percoco, 50% receive percentage, but it doesn't matter. That's a huge first down.
Little connection there is working well. Give, Say, right up the gut. Picks up 4. They still have plenty of time. Time is not the issue right now. They can run their full complement of offense.
Time is still a concern, though, because you obviously have to score, but it depends on how much time you leave Canton on the forthcoming position that they will have.
Yeah, you almost want to go slow. As long as you end up in the end zone. Looking to throw here. Percoco caught across the middle. She started on the outside of that formation, ran across the middle of it, and is able to pick up the first down.
She's starting to sizzle in this game right at the perfect time. And this player that has been so consistent at peaking over 100 yards in a game is getting close to that point. But what a time to start finding this connection that has been so successful this season.
High spread look here. Nickel out of Canton. They hang on to a 6-point lead. Gill going to flip down to the bottom of the screen. 2 down here to the bottom against 1 defender. They'll run it, though. Say off that left side. Say with a block. Say down across the 20, 15, 10. No one but the ref can touch Kyle Say. Kevin Say. Touchdown, DC.
Well, they moved Josh Gill in motion, but it wasn't to be a receiver. It was to be the final block that allowed Kevin Say to get into open field for his second long-range TD in this game. There you go. And we mentioned that they were probably needed to go slow, but there was so much time left on the clock. They're probably better off having a big play like that just gives Canton something to think about, because it's unlikely that they're going to be able to drain this entire clock on a scoring drive. So it gives DC an opportunity to come back into the game late if Canton score on the forthcoming drive. Unbelievable. What a game of football.
Robert Johnson leads the league in a lot of categories, but Kevin Say has stolen the show tonight, and he puts DC right in it. A 5-play, 74-yard drive is capped off on the extra point there by Pati, and DC up 24-23 at home.
59-36 to play count Canton's way, but it doesn't matter. DC have the lead.
Kick is away. Canton going to bring this out from the 2-yard line. Dillapre Sr. on the returns as well. Dillapre Sr. out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. APM Music. Unrivaled music to bring your stories to life. Every production is inspired by the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music, the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. Explore their library and find the perfect tracks for your projects. You can visit apmmusic.com. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. The story of tonight still yet to be written. A single point between these two teams separates them. Canton with the football back. They've only thrown it 21 times to 36 runs. Jack Wall already has a touchdown tonight, moves top to bottom across the formation. I formation as well. Patterson floats, looking for Wall, incomplete. Threw it a little too high, Jacob.
Britton had a chance of that one, Andy, and that could have been disastrous for Canton and huge for DC, but Patterson's got to watch the ball. I don't think this is the time to be throwing into extra coverage.
I spread look. 2nd down, 10 to go. They're going to shift Rivera out to the right a little bit. And they're going to run it that way. Johnson shakes, bakes. Johnson open across midfield. Johnson spins and has the 1st down.
Wow, I mean, poor man, he's probably that tired from the 36 odd carries he's had tonight. He wasn't quite able to get through the middle of those safeties, but was still showed his strength to get out into open space and flip the field. Robert Johnson, that's his best carry of the night, and he saved it for the 4th quarter.
Just need a field goal here to take the lead, Jacob. So they're closing in on range. DC's defense got to be feeling the pressure here from their home crowd who's trying to get loud. Dillapre Sr., top to bottom of this formation. I spread look again. 3:35 to play in the 4th. Give, left side. Johnson stood up, dropped, and we're going to send it to Cameron Irvine for a game break. Cam?
Thank you, Andy. Mexico City out here hitting tonight. A big 3rd down and 9 with Seattle down 2 scores in Mexico City, and the pass is broken up by Jeffrey Daggs. Wow, Mexico City, the worst record in the league, up 14 on the 8-2 Nemesis. Back to you.
Thanks, Cam. Johnson picks up a couple more. 3rd and 6. Jacob, is this 4-down territory for Canton?
Oh, how much do you trust your defense? I suppose, I mean, given their successes this season, you kind of have to. It depends. If you're getting into 4th and 2, maybe you can ask some questions, but looks like they're going to go for it here.
Patterson on 3rd down, going to throw down the middle. Tipped and incomplete. 4th down, 6. Decision time for this staff.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, you're a head coach, Andy. This is a difficult call to make, but you feel like you can't take any gambles because if you give DC a short field, you're almost certainly putting yourself in a grave here. Try and put him in a corner.
Donaldson elects to punt this one away. They get the kick to it. And DC going to bring it out for across the 15, 20, 25. Nice return down the sideline to the 32 by Harrison. Harrison sets up DC with decent field position. Canton elects to trust their defense.
This is why they brought Sam Harrison in as being uninvolved in the receiving game, but he's such an important piece on special teams. Those are the sorts of plays that win you big games like this. Being able to get an extra 10, 15 yards of a punt return that was punted into the corner, that's huge. Great play by Sam Harrison.
DC's offense has gone touchdown, field goal, touchdown, end of the half in the 1st half, but then have gone punt. Just their last drive touchdown. It's the only score here in the 2nd half. Canton's defense has certainly buckled down. Stellar, though, rips off 8 to start this one.
And this is where the setup of this DC offense is so smart. From Stephen Marlinax, you've got a finesse back that you've relied on all game. Now you can sit back and watch Chuck Stellar get the job done with this safe yardage. Already picked up 8 on that opening carry.
Clock down, closing in on 2 minutes. They do not have to snap this. They do elect to, and Say's got the 1st down. Say got a little more. Say down the sideline. Say it ain't so. Across the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he rushes DC out into a bigger lead. The Dragons strike again.
And what are we saying pre-game? The requirement for DC to be asked about as a playoff team is, can Kevin Say break out and be the lead back that we know he is? And tonight he has done that in beautiful way. And what a performance from Kevin Say. His third touchdown run that he's broken off for massive yardage. There you go, 2-minute warning. DC are starting to put their foot on Canton's throat now.
Kevin Say has struck from 69, now 60 yards on that carry. He's up over 200 rushing yards against Canton's defense, which is considered one of the best, and they have the league's best back on their side of the field, but it's Say tonight who has the crown and the spotlight.
You know what the problem is, though, Andy, and I feel bad, Lynette Cooper has called this a game, but Canton's about to get the ball back with an 8-point deficit, so they can easily go down and score and take this to overtime. This is anyone's game still.
You almost, at that 2-minute warning, wanted Say to go down inbounds. It's one of those weird situations where you'd rather him stop the clock, get the first down, as opposed to stop. Tomorrow night, another week in the SFL wraps up with This Week in the SFL, rewinding the tape on what has been an electrifying Week 13. Yeah, you're telling me. Plus, Portland hosts Vancouver with playoff ramifications on the line for both teams. The SFL, this week in the SFL, 7:15 p.m. Eastern. Kickoff, 8:15 Eastern tomorrow night, right here on the SFL YouTube.
Here we go. Watch out for Al Dillapre Sr. down the bottom. That's the matchup that's going to be watched on this drive.
He has 4 times the amount of catches of anyone else on Canton tonight. 8 grabs for him. Next closest is Jack Wall with 2. Patterson to throw for just the 24th time tonight. Airs it out, and it's deflected, incomplete. He was looking for Owens.
There you go, and they had plenty of coverage around him. In that situation, he was on his own at the top. You can understand why they're trying to find someone else to step up here for this Canton offense. You wonder if this game is going to require someone that has really had a quiet night for Canton to step up.
Haven't heard from Twin Screw, Bob Lung, Andrew Gibson. Plenty of options for Patterson. Patterson throws corner route. Caught! Gibson right there! I believe that was Gibson. Someone made that catch, and that's a first down.
Well, right on cue, it's a unique receiver. And I think you're right, it was Gibson out of that slot who has, again, been unsighted. It's been between 3 receivers, and Jack Wall's only had 2 catches in the first half, has been unsighted since.
$16 of 25 tonight is Patterson, 230 yards. Owens going to join this trio down here at the bottom along with Dillapre Sr. Patterson to throw. Patterson fires across the middle over the hands of Owens. Second incompletion looking for Owens tonight.
And John DeSantis, the league's leader in interceptions, could have called get ball game going across the back there, but was unable to get there in time, and the pass falls away incomplete.
Dragons trying to improve to 6-5. In that wild card hunt, this would be a big win for them over a quality franchise. Canton going to the playoffs no matter what. But they are trying to improve to 8-4 and get a good seed. Patterson across the middle, incomplete again. Owens, another target for him, not doing.
He got locked up again in coverage, and DC staring down. This win means that they'll play Charleston, who are also at 6-5 next week. That is going to be a blockbuster matchup, irrespective of the result tonight, but it would be a massive result for DC if they can hold out here. 2 to go.
Patterson, definitely 4-down territory, fires outside, incomplete again, looking for Owens another time. It's almost like Patterson has locked in on number 10 and forgot all about Al Dillapre Sr.
You're right, number 17 has been unsighted, hasn't even looked at that area of the field at all this drive. Owens now 0 for 4 on this drive, and here we go, this is the ball game.
Same formation. DC only has 4 on the line. They're playing sticks. They have 4 or 5 defensive backs within 2 feet of the first down marker. That throw caught! Oh, Owens! For all the incompletions, he makes up for it with a one-handed grab across the middle and a timeout Canton.
He was 2 from 6 leading into that game, passing play, and my goodness, he saved possibly his best catch of the season to keep this ball game alive. What a grab by Ryan Owens.
Scar Patterson said, we're going to number 10, and he's going to catch one of them. Patterson to throw again, 30th throw of the night. That one incomplete for Owens.
Gee, this DC defense, this coverage, Andy, has been super impressive. They've let up one play out of about 7 that Patterson has been able to feed through into an area. Every time they've had at least 2 defenders in coverage.
Haven't heard much from either team's defensive line. No, not a ton of pressure. Patterson throws again. Owens collects that one. Another first down. Canton, their final timeout used. They are going to let the clock roll the rest of the way.
Yeah, Coach Roy Donaldson's probably sitting on the sideline trying to tell Scar there are other players out there, but that time it works out and sets them up now. They're on a first down. They're knocking on the door.
Looking to throw. Patterson fires across the middle. That one caught. Dillapre Sr. re-arrives across the scene and has the first down. Now they'll go hurry up. Twins are on the top with Owens. Patterson going to fire that way. Caught! Owens on the corner route. First and goal. 1 minute to play. You got 4 plays here with a minute to go. Patterson looking to throw. Patterson fires across the side. Caught! Caught! Owens collects it for the touchdown. Canton strikes.
And they're a 2-point conversion away from tying it, Andy. And once Scar Patterson saw that defensive look from DC, he was like, this is my time to shine. Boys, let me put the team on my back. I'm going to spread it out. Al Dillapre Sr. gets an important catch. Owens gets it twice, and he will get the score. Here we go.
No,
ball game.
they're kicking it.
Kick.
Oh, they're going to kick
way.
it. Oh, it's a fake.
Fake.
He's going to pump and get sacked. Canton not going to work out on the fake. They fooled no one. And coming up to make the play on the defensive side was Rogers.
Oh, we've been fooled again, Andy. Second time we've been on a game together and we've seen a fake field goal / extra point, whatever it is. We're fooled. We should have known.
M's going to kick this one for sure, and DC collects that one. That'll do it. Gill has got his hands on the ball. DC can kneel twice and take this victory. Canton tried to get cute with it there on the fake, and it did not work.
Yeah, unfortunately, DC would have known exactly what was happening there. It was the wrong time to draw that one out of the playbook. And unfortunately, it's going to cost them that 8th win. And DC are going to walk into Week 14 with a home game against the Predators. I should say an away game. They're traveling to South Carolina against the fellow 6 and 5 Atlantic Division rivals who they lost to at home at this very stadium in Week 1. That's going to decide the fates potentially of both of those teams.
Well, and Jacob, we have seen fake extra points and field goals go before. It's not something that was too far out of the realm of possibility. I think maybe just in the situation, you would have rather your offense lined up for 2.
Well, we have, and the most important one we saw was back in Week 6, I think it was, where Carolina drew up a fake field goal that hit Xavier Solomon, but that time was shorter distance. Yeah, fake extra points a lot harder, but DC special teams unit gets the job done on that play and on the onside kick, and that'll do things. Here in the capital, DC going to walk out with a season-saving win at home.
Certainly will help their playoff conversations. Canton has a bye week next week. They'll head into the playoffs wishing that maybe they would have called their offense out there to go for it and get the win, but not necessarily detrimental for them either. Looking here at the stats, 16 third down attempts for Canton. They pick up 10 of those. DC only had 4 third down attempts. Only were able to pick up 1, but DC plenty less plays than Canton. They pick up the win, though, 31-29 at home. Look at that time of possession, Jacob. Your player of the game, I think I know who my player of the game is, and I'm thinking we'll think the same thing. But, Jacob, who do you think you would give the player of the game to tonight?
Well, Kevin Sayers come to the party, Andy, and just when they needed him to start pushing out results and being the player that they know he is, tonight he showed that only needed 13 carries to stamp his authority. But leading into the playoffs, that's the kind of edge you need. This DC team, if they can make it next week, they're going to ask some serious questions.
So for everyone here at the nation's capital, for Ron Haynes and Top Kiefer in the Stats Truck, I'm Andy Hamilton. Jacob Clear was with me on the call. We thank you for joining us in this week of SFL action. We'll see you tomorrow night for Portland and Vancouver, and we'll see you later in the season. Have a good night, everyone.